Alright, welcome everybody. We're back with some Age of Mythology action. We've already got the game loaded up here. This is 3v3 best of 5 in Boyd's Phoenix Reborn tournament. We are in the winners finals, which is not the grand finals because it's a double elimination bracket. Let's fix this. This is bothering me. And we've got, what do we got? We got DoD versus UCA. Right here, right now. And I'll on pause and fix my volume. And we are looking at, oh, this has to be DoD's map. They picked Acropolis.
I'm seeing a Scotty who doesn't play Atlantean ever playing Atlantean, and then I also see Joe and Fox and don't even need to look to see that that's probably going to be double
Set.
Egyptian, which is something you don't see either in these team game tournaments often.
Set. So yeah, Scotty Aranos, Fox Ra, Joe Set. Scotty Aranos against UCA. Ooh, Hades. Hello, Space Monkey. I Kill, You Die is Ra. Domantas Hades. And then Aranos from Matrius. So double Ra means double rain. Both teams got Aranos. I think is a good pick on this map. And then we've got a Hades versus a Set, essentially, is the difference. Hello, Sparks. So what do you
strats
think?
pop out at you? Like, I think you've played this map a bit more than me. Like, what's your first thing that comes to your mind in terms of what we'll see strat-wise?
With a Set and a Ra and an Aranos.
The siege shift onto the Ranos?
That's what I'm seeing. I am seeing an aggressive classical age, or not classical, like heroic age, shifting sands attack, with maybe a tornado.
The Hades lacks mobility here, so if you shift onto the Aranos, who's the bottom player, that Hades is not going to be able to get over there and help anytime
Only with
soon. Meanwhile,
Underworld.
the pockets are Ra, who's also going to be slow to get into the game. So if Joe hit like a shift timing onto Matrius, when Scatty sends his whole Aranos army there as well, then you're going to have a clean 2 versus 1 easy double onto Matrius.
Because I'm seeing you could even do, especially, we've got double monuments early. I'm seeing some scarabs here, I think, which would lean into the early shifting sands play. Sparks does have a question in chat. I will answer it. Does elevation do more damage on AOM like AoE 2? It does, in fact. You rarely see it because it has to be a lot of elevation. It's basically about the same elevation as a little bit more than a tower. So essentially almost think of it as your typical cliff. So from here to here, you'll have elevation damage bonus from up here to the bottom. I forget what the value is. It might be 25% more damage, but it's pretty significant as we see our first player starting. Now you might be thinking, why in the world are they aging up this quick? It's because on this map you start with extra resources. Like you start with 300 of everything. It's funny that we're playing on this map that DoD picked. We have a temple up here.
Gonna shift the scarabs with the Atlantean army.
I think so. So, I mean, the villager is here though to prep farms with Shadoof. I don't know if you want to. I mean, I almost think you need, if you're going to do that shifting attack, you almost want Migdal units too, which you're not going to get from up here. Matrius up, classic. But
what did Fox go up with? Eclipse or I assume
Eclipse.
Oh, he did. So yeah.
So the Set player is going to shift.
Scarab can just wreck that TC easily.
So the Set player is going to shift Eclipse Scarabs and the Atlantean army, is what I'm seeing here. That's a little bit bad luck though, because I assume Joe would want to do farms with Shadoof for Scotty. So it's a bit of an all. If this doesn't work, you fall behind a lot. If it does work, you fall ahead a lot.
I think the shift with the instant eclipse to block the sentinels going down. I wonder if
The downside though is when you see...
if you're UCA, should you be precasting the sentinels on your Atlantean player's base already?
Yeah, because especially when you see Bast here, you have to assume that there's going to be a Scarab rush. To me, this is... Now, maybe they'll surprise me, but it doesn't look like it. Especially when you see now we've got some scouting in by Domitas. He sees the temple here. I think at this point you just assume, yep, we're getting rushed. Because a one-town center run on Eclipse isn't very scary here. So as UCA, you can kind of just prep for this. And say DoD doesn't do the shift attack, you're still not behind anyway. So, yeah, I would like to see his Sentinels used already up here. We do see they're trying to share farms, but I Kill You Die has only made one farm and he's farming off of it. There we go.
I think there was, I don't know if it was Reddit or someplace else, I saw some post talking about how strong the making farms for Atlantean was, but what kind of overlooked is the micro required.
Right, yeah, it does take a lot of work.
Player to make them and then take the Vil off of it to make another, so. While it's strong, it does take some micro.
I feel like, though, I'm not a fan of DoD's build. The set player should have farms here. Because you're going to get double rain.
I trust that Joe knows what he's doing.
The set player should have farms here. I mean, he's trying to, I think, age up quickly too, maybe? Because he just did a force drop, but he didn't age up yet.
Yeah, I'm curious why.
I don't know why he needs to rush.
Timing, yeah, I'm not seeing the benefit of Joe getting a specific heroic time.
Yeah, this
I think
is
in
really...
this situation, I think you just want Joe to boom as much as possible.
Yeah, here comes Ancestors. Yeah, this seems a little strange for him to be rushing like this. Like,
unless they are really going all in and want to shift Ancestors Eclipse.
I mean, Ancestors isn't that strong just by itself. Like, if that's what you need to push through, then...
Well, no, if you've got the Atlantean army versus an Atlantean army and then just the one Scarab, the Ancestors will be the difference between which Atlantean army wins. So
here come the Scarabs. I don't know.
I bet we're gonna see a shift. We're gonna see an Ancestors, and then we're gonna see an Eclipse.
Yeah, you should still. It would be better in the long run for your set to get water. Because the issue you're going to have here at the end of this is that this set player, once he runs out of resources, is kind of going to run out of steam a little bit. And also the same thing with your Ra. I mean, you're putting in a ton into this. And it's almost like they would almost, I see them struggling in a 2v3. But we're going to probably see Vision used.
3 Scarabs is a lot.
Yeah, you don't need 3.
They did precast the Sentinels.
Oh, they used it on the Ra. Okay. So that
told you shift Ancestors.
Okay, so they did on the Ra. That makes sense a little bit more as far as why they made 3. All right, now this is good because this is going to put one of your scary late game power spikes way behind. So town center's down. You got to pick off all the villagers though. And here comes the Atlantean to come help out a little bit.
That's actually pretty clever on Dodds because UCA was expecting it on the Atlantean. They had the Sentinels precast there. They had the opposing Uranos army there ready to defend, and the Ra had nothing.
Alrighty.
Also deny the Ra's Miggle and ability to get out
Yes.
on the map, and now you're gonna house him as well. So
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we got the heroes here. See, I think this will though now this will wipe out the army. Because Scotty doesn't have a ton of units here
guys
actually.
just gotta get out of there.
And nice little shockwave.
What happened on the front to the Vills that fled out front? I see some units flooding in. I don't know if they picked off the Vills or did the Vills make
They went
it
all the
to-
way down here. So we
But
got
they're
bills up
Still
here.
idle, still idle. That's a lot of idle Vill time, and
It
what does he even
is.
have left to build the TC? He had to flee so much, he's not even gonna get on a TC. So yeah, that is absolutely.
He kind
brutal.
of, I don't know. To me, he ran more than he needed to. Like he should just be rebuilding his town centers at this point.
This is the
Instead
problem with the
he's-
Hades pick here, though, is that Hades just doesn't help with the defense.
Yeah. Now is it over? I don't think it is because
Well, now
the
you've got a 3 versus 2. Both Egyptians are untouched eco-wise and can flood units. Randos can, and I Kill is massively behind now.
no, but see, this is what
How
I'm
many
talking
Vills
about.
did he lose?
This is where I'm talking though. Is that when the resources run out, it becomes a very awkward transition for Joe. That's going to result in him not doing much for a decent amount of time, especially with all this. So Joe's little push here is going to kind of run out for now. And now you have a lot of units for the Rock here, but where does he attack? Like, now there's kind of not a lot of value that they can get right now.
What did I Kill lose for Vills?
Let's see. You're at 37 down to 24, so about 13.
That's huge, though, because
It is.
between the idle time of... And then even his farms, that's how many farms?
Right. Well, see, that to me was a mistake.
Honestly, I would have liked to see Dodd break through that wall and camp I-Kill's base so he can't get back on the farms. If they killed that wall and those 2 towers and
Okay,
went in the
here
base,
we
they
go.
could have denied those 10 farms.
Now we've got this. But see, there's a oh, he's doing a really good job building all these buildings. I think he's anticipating an earthquake on this town center. Like what I'm saying is there's space here for Scotty to get wiped. We see a big fight down here. I'm not.
Atlantean is just so bad at taking fights 2
Okay,
versus 1 because the
there's-
turn was attacked so slowly.
Got a nice. I'm not opposed to that restoration. It would have been nice to get more than just 1 unit in, but well, they need to hold this. They being
This is a really good fight
Demetrius.
for Dodd. What is Demontis' plan? Like he's
going up earthquake. No, this is the winners final. Or it's not the grand final. All right, that in the end wasn't such a good trade towards the end of that.
Atlantean's the worst of the 4 civs at fighting a 2 versus 1 like that.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, we're going to see an underworld earthquake. The problem is you can't underworld defend because then you're never going to get any sort of aggression. So we have to have an aggressive underworld. Here it is. There's too many buildings here. Yeah. I like this by Scotty building up all these buildings.
Really smart from Scotty.
Yep. But
I don't love that underworld.
Oh.
It's like too passive. All he's killing is like a lone TC.
Fox should not be going back. They should stay here and attack this. Because I'm not sure that just blue alone can win this. And now we have the earthquake here. Gets 1 town center and a few buildings. That's about as good of an
That's actually
earthquake
good,
you're
yeah.
going to get.
That was wisely cast. A lot of people
Yeah.
just dump it on the main TC and then not kill anything. So at least he kills 1 TC. Combined with the underworld pressure, that's 2 TCs down.
Oh, this is a big locust here. See, I think this is...
Especially with the 2 myth units to follow up and kill an extra 10
Yeah.
kills after the locust.
And Joe doesn't even notice this yet. This is disaster. And Scotty's gonna get wiped, and this is where I don't like that. We'll see all these see, she's working shots.
2 of the siege are down, which
Wow.
they need to push because the sentinels will eat up the chariot archers in normal army.
Oh my goodness.
This game just went like 80% Dodd's favor. Now it might be 60% Dodd
man.
favor.
And this isn't good either. Oh, he notices. He's got reactions like an old boy. So 5 villagers move out of
Was
this.
that like 15 vills dead from that locust raid?
Yeah. And here come these units finally all the way back. See, I would have rather these stayed on the front, because if these units stay on the front, this town center would go down.
They might clean up this pressure though now that it's 2 versus
Yeah.
1. So
I mean, it's more maybe my play style. I just always prefer just attacking rather than running back to defend. Like, I feel like, generally speaking, a base trade is a better option, especially if you're already in position to base trade.
I kill is just still not in this game militarily.
No. Especially when they get caught like this. Ooh,
And that is not how you get into the game either.
No. No. See, they're still not going to push this back, though. Oh, man.
Really good.
The Chimera. Because until you kill this...
Yeah, if that TC gets up, Demontis will be in a pretty good spot still. That I killed losing all those chariots for nothing is...
Yeah, but this
Joe's
is where...
playing this really good because he's splitting them. He's not allowing I kill
Right.
and Matrius to meet up and form one giant army that can crush him 2 versus 1. Instead, he's putting the buildings that shoot arrows between them and kind of zoning out the 2 armies so he can fight them one at a time instead of both at the same time.
Yeah, but the downside... See...
I wish more
Domin-
Bill's building that TC too.
Yeah, he's going to get it, though. See, Domintas, he can almost fight a 2v1 right now. Which then means as long as Matrius holds, I kill will have time to get back into the game. And it looks like, yeah, looks like, because we've only got 2 siege. This siege isn't enough. I wish one of the Egyptian players though would have aged up with Tornado, because you kind of have to realize that given the position you are in, the only way you would lose would be if the other team got a massive underworld on you and just get the tornado to insta kill an underworld, because this is a big problem here. Scotty is stuck in... Oh no, he just now got Heroic Cage.
Is Ikill making siege to push Joe out of that position? Because Joe has him cut off. Like, I think Ikill's having to send his army all the way around. Yeah, like, look, Ikill's army isn't even helping. Well,
Yeah.
this is just brilliant from Joe. The fact that he's turned this into a 1 versus 1 instead of a 2 versus 1 is gonna win Dodd the game.
The only bad thing is he lost like 20 villas on this gold mine, so that's gonna slow him down a decent amount. What kind of eco upgrades we got? Ooh, not super great eco upgrades either. But he doesn't have...
has kind of done the same thing as Joe though, because he's got that cliff there in the underworld, and he's kind of split the red and teal armies to be in 2 different locations. So Demontis can take kind of 1 versus 1 fights as well.
There's just not enough siege here though to finish off the town center.
Where is Ikill?
He's right here now. So now he'll force, yeah.
Killing a siege tower with his chariots.
Alright, random shockwave number 1.
How's Demontis holding?
Yep. This is gonna give time. Now, eventually, DoD is going to push this back. But what this is doing, this is giving time for I Kill You Die to get back into the game. And that's really all you wanted from this Earthquake Underworld, is just to buy time for the team to get back. The downside about this map is that generally the town centers don't spawn forward, so it's kind of hard late game to do a whole lot. And yeah, now it's been dealt with. He's trying to do some in and out hops, but this isn't
Yeah,
gonna work
I think at this
anymore.
point you've just gotta bail and find a new point of pressure if you're Demontis.
Alright, that's a good tornado to finish off what he couldn't do. But Does he now have the ability to push back? Like, can he hold this? Can he keep this down now? Because he's kind of fighting 2v1.
The thing is, Matrius is so far behind on Ika, though.
Yeah, he is. He is, yeah, because he's only got 5 citizens. Does he really only have 5 citizens? 6?
He's been losing some trying to kill the siege against the push.
Yeah, oh no, here's some more. But yeah, that's still not a lot.
I mean, look, do bill count between Scatty and Matrius.
Yeah, 9 to
That
26.
is
But look
3
at I kill you die. He's back.
back, but he was down for so long that even though he's back, he's still massively behind.
Yeah. He's got better eco upgrades than Joe does. See, it's almost to the point now that IKL can hold this off. It's just now it's gonna take time for Matrius to get back into the game. And we've got Scotty going up with Helios, and you got to think that there's probably going to be some Helios action coming in down here. But ooh.
Wait, what's the priest army for?
I think the Chimera. But yeah, I mean, there's no point really. I mean, one Chimera or a few Chimera doesn't really.
He just hit Mythic though, so he should be. And he did double monument early game, so he should be able to get mummies out at this point. So.
Okay, I like this raid to get in on the trade route. I also like bringing the villagers forward. This town center has kind of strangely not been grabbed.
Oh, that's IKill's third.
Well, yeah, well, because IKill's grabbed that one
during the early pressure and hasn't grabbed his actual third.
Where did Osiris go?
He's probably slowly walking across
Did
the
he
map.
die?
I doubt it. Unless he took damages on trade to the top of the map. No.
Saudi boy!
How long is it going to take JJ to find Son of Osiris? Start the counter, 2040.
I think he died. I don't see him anywhere. There's no way he's alive. He died.
I don't know what would have killed him though.
I don't know. Let's see.
They were in a defensive position. You should need a surround to pick it off.
I don't see any text saying that he's dead. Where is he?
Go up.
Ah!
There
he is.
There you go.
Just running around in the middle of nowhere. He's about to die, though. This isn't quite where you want him to be. And he might not get spotted.
He's got a mummy protecting him, at least.
Where's he going? I think he forgot where he was at.
There's nothing to back up because those villas have been cleaned up, so he's heading into danger.
Right here, maybe. Yeah, now Joe's got pushed back. We've got I Kill You Die and Osiris. They're kind of letting Scotty out to dry here.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, Fox has kind of gone AFK for a bit. He tried to do that side build that cleaned up and...
Oh no, he showed himself.
I think Fox is a little all over the place after a couple
of
Underworld and hasn't really fully gotten back into the game yet.
And they'll do some damage.
He'll take this trade.
Yeah, he'll kill that. Yeah, okay. But yeah, their Fox is kind of. Did we shift the Son of Osiris? Yeah, we did. Where? Oh. Down he goes. I don't know though if you use your shifting sands to take an Osiris though in this situation. Oh, nice little side build here. There's so much more value you can get out of the shifting sands in a game like this than taking Osiris. Yeah, this is really nice here. Catapult shooting at the Sentinel but missed the first time. Yeah, because how does Matrius hold this without I Kill You Die coming to the rescue? But and Domitas is just a little bit slower in his push still.
Well, this is what we looked at 5 minutes ago, and Scatty had 3 times the eco of Matrius.
Right.
So.
Right, so Scotty's able to hold a little bit better. And yeah, these catapults can get that town center and this one. Maki, I don't think I said hi to you yet. Hello. I'm doing well. Hope you are. And you know, people smack talk maps like this and say they have no place in competitive games. But I like this. You know, as a...
It does favor the Egyptian with the siege that can actually attack from there. Like if the Atlantean player can't put that kind of pressure on the opponent because he doesn't have that long range siege that can take advantage of the cliff. So.
But it's not like they didn't know what was coming ahead of time. You know, each team can use that benefit to themselves. I like this. It's a fun little map here where it's got some stuff you don't see on any of the other maps, but. Yeah, well, Cyrus might be able to kind of hold this off now for a while, but I don't know what you do as Matrius to kind of...
Massively behind on eco and now without any ECs.
Right, unfortunately the double into the Hades here. The one bad thing about going Earthquake is that you don't get Forge of Olympus to get all of your armory techs right away. So Matrius really... Ooh, his Toxotes are... Oh, the Toxotes just wandered into their doom here because they were all attacking this chariot or this camel. And
Scatty getting ready to vortex? Why is Scatty running out of there?
I think he must. Well, he might want to clear this. Oh, no, here's the vortex. Onto this. Do we have the Hika Gigantes?
He does have the 2 fire siphons at least.
No Hika Gigantes though. Where did that thing go? Yeah, there's enough of an Arcus ball here that the town center should go down, even if the villagers pop out. This is where, though, this is a nice trick. As the Atlantean, you traitor a Helipolis, garrison citizens in the Helipolis, and then do Vortex. And then you can Vortex citizens.
That is really strong. I don't think I've seen it though. Part of the problem is I don't think traders...
Oh yeah, you only can do that with Kronos, can you? Never mind. You can't do it with Uranus. You gotta do it with Kronos. Alright, we got a slow... Oh, there's only one more siphon here.
Yeah, this Vortex is gonna fail. The lack of the Higa.
You need the Hika Gigantes. You can't Vortex without it. Also, an unupgraded fire siphon just is so uninspiring.
Yeah, actually is a huge fail on Scatty's part.
Yeah, that's not good.
His army's been idle for a solid 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's the danger of vortexing in on top of it.
Kill is coming back to clean it up though, which is gonna leave Matrius to die. So I guess I honestly almost feel like Kill shouldn't have come back to help here.
Oh, well, they're not really dying. They're kind of holding / pushing.
Medium Terma.
Yeah, but the Terma still do decent against the chariots, not against these spinning whirling dervishes though. These oh, this guy got trapped. Get out! No! No!
Fox is now kind of holding Demontis. Scatty is in his vortex phase and kind of failed, so that has allowed Demontis to hold. They've got a 2-versus-1 holding Matrius on for dear life. The concern here is Matrius is just falling further behind in tech.
Yeah.
He's had no eco for so long that, I mean, eventually the 3-versus-2 is gonna play out in DoD's favor.
Yeah.
Misplays like that vortex.
Right here, this
things down.
This is where Kill You Die. It's gotta use Osiris and
he needs counter siege up top.
Yes, he needs to siege this, but Kill You Die just needs to grab this town center because the Atlantean's never gonna get it. But if you empower it with the Son of Osiris, you know, send 15 villagers, like he could get it now if he had 15 villagers here empowering with these catapults down there. But it looks like, yeah, he's sending villagers forward. Is there no way? No, see, UCA still has a chance. Here comes another vortex. Let's try this again.
First time.
Here's AG Hika.
Okay, yep.
Got a little bit more.
3 siphons, a destroyer.
There we go. Yeah, because this vortex works as long as you can basically bum rush the town center
It was
down.
a good spot to vortex because Ikill's army is nowhere near.
Right.
It was the soft spot in the opponent's defense, but it just lacked enough siege.
Right. And that if you don't kill the town center right away, then this things happen. I don't know if you'll get the second one down though.
Not if you run right into the bills.
No, well, see, he doesn't have enough. The units are all distracted by the, yeah, there we go. We did see, okay, he's just building some.
That's the problem with
Building
vortex
something.
into the
Okay.
Egyptian too,
Alright.
is though they can get the mercs out that the other civs
Uh-oh.
can't, and you.
Catapult's a little bit out of position here. Oh, see, Joe needs to forward build just a little bit more. The siege workshop should be down here.
Did his vills get cleaned up? Does he have any vills? Okay.
Yeah, he does. They're just building more towers. We got Secret of Titans coming. The Heat Gigante's still trying to cause some issues. Almost dead, but he'll do so much damage. I mean, this slows down your Ra. This, though, in a map situation like this, though,
Honestly, I think they should have just gone 3 Titans and used the 3 vortexes
Right,
to
that's-
deny the opponents 3
that's what I
Titans,
was
and
about
then
to
the game
say.
would be over.
that's what I was about to say. Is, I mean, killing the town center, sure, you slow down the Ra, but long term, what is it getting you? As opposed to you can just vortex onto a
That
Titan gate.
first vortex worked for UCA's favor in that it idled Scatty's army for 4 minutes, more so than it did damage.
There we go. Now we've got the catapults up on the top to clean all this down. And we've still got this push here. Yeah, Space Monkey, I think the UCA still got room to come back here.
I disagree. I think Matrius is just too far behind on tech and upgrades.
Yeah, but it's not. This doesn't matter because right now, even though Matrix is so far behind, UCA is still holding everywhere and actually still have the aggression up here. Cyrus got to get this last.
What is Fox up to? He's
I
not
don't know.
defending Scatty. He's not.
Yeah, Fox is kind of MIA right now.
What's his population? Is it all just trade caravans?
Oh, he's only at
No,
140,
he's down
170.
30 pop. That's yeah. I don't know what.
He doesn't have anything. He has no production buildings. He's got 1 Migdal and 1 siege workshop, and some more up here. But like, why are you building units up here? All right, we have a Titan gate here. We do have
being 35 under pop cap.
yeah
30
at this
minutes
point.
into the game is
Yeah, that's not
ideal.
good. And see, this is a scary little build here for Kill because there's not a lot of protection over here.
A good wood line to wall off too.
Kill just needs to grab this town center and just be like, all right, Matrius.
I thought he had it a second ago.
No, Matrius had it. Matrius built it. Yeah, Foxy is a little bit MIA. Now they're kind of slowly pushing this back, but like Domitas is basically keeping 1.5 busy.
Not 1.5,
Joe.
2, because Fox hasn't helped down here at all. Joe's been fighting 2 versus 1 in
Well,
the bottom there for
I say that
the last
because
20 minutes. Or not
Fox is kind of
20 minutes.
himself keeping himself out. Fox's other half is himself fighting himself because he's down 30 pop.
Damat's is pressing the top. I see multiple wall layers, but he's kind of just, yeah. I
Yeah, see,
think
this is
you
the
need
way.
more
This is the way to push
split
through.
pressure, especially with the gas graffiti rates.
Yeah. So, question: why don't you see mirror towers? Is because they're worse than normal towers. So mirror towers shoot 2 arrows, so that's 26 damage. Mirror towers only have 20 damage. Now this 1 arrow does miss, but the other thing is mirror towers don't benefit from crenellations, whereas the guard tower gets crenellations, which basically was a triple damage against cavalry. So mirror towers are also more expensive, 300 and 150. Okay, now that the siege is, now that Foxy is back over here, now we're seeing a little bit of action. But oh, this wall is huge.
I said that literally 2 minutes ago, that it was a nice wood line that he could easily double wall.
Yeah, he needs to upgrade his towers, or his not his towers, his walls though, because these villagers can ram through it. But we got towers behind it. There we go. Just what I said. And now we're gonna get on this town center. This is like some free aggression here by I Kill You Die, just to come all the way up here and get on this town center right away. And like really, all of this area here is kind of pointless because it really protects nothing.
There's no TC or
right.
pop.
So basically, I Kill You Die got just as good of. Oh, we got through the wall here with the catapult. But yeah, basically, I Kill You Die got just as good position as these guys are getting without having to fight anything. He just walked up here. But we're getting the wall. Yeah, the wall's got a hole. He's got to get that wall finished up. This is why you kind of. Okay, it's down again. Rewall, 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 rewall. I mean, the towers here are kind of cleaning up the mercenaries. Rewall this! Come on! Oh, you had a chance. Oh no, now it's too late.
Only one merc got in though. That'll get cleaned
Oh,
up.
two mercs. Yeah, see these towers just kill him so fast. Town center down.
Pretty sure Fox is bringing his whole army back.
Oh, this vortex to the back. It's just such temporary damage. If you're not killing like something that's vitally important.
It could disrupt their trade a bit. That's the TCI kills.
Yeah.
Raiding off of, so that'll idle. Where are those siphons going? There's no TC back there.
It's just exploring. Gonna kill a lot of villagers though.
Just 34-minute siphon scouting. I still said this earlier, but Demontis, I think, is the Hades, could definitely be getting pressure in more spots against the Atlantean than he is.
I don't think they saw this, and now there's the resign.
I think Joe is finally pushing I Kill.
Yeah.
Oh, the Titan helps too.
Yeah, the Titan. Well, the problem here is because UCA was behind so much with the economies, is they weren't able to match the Titans here.
There's the medium infantry and Terma out at 35 minutes as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the attack, DoD's plan was good. I liked it. There's a little bit of a kind of a lack of follow-up after that initial shift, and UCA probably could have.
Honestly, I think the MVP was Joe with his build. The way he cut off I Kill from Matrius and did way more damage to Matrius than he should have been able to do, seeing as he was fighting 2 versus 1 for so long. That's what really changed the game and put Matrius as far behind as he was. Yeah,
because Matrius, without your own vortex and stuff to like get at the enemy Titan gate, what are you gonna do? And no god powers left over to use. So I liked the strategy. It was fun. It was kind of predictable, and we all thought that they would go on the Atlantean, and they didn't. They went on the Ra, and that's what happened. I Kill basically flatlined for about 3 minutes, and then caught up here, but never quite got back to where he was, or where he could have been. Domatas took a 2v1 for a while. This was the Locust on Joe. That really slowed him down quite a bit. That Locust he didn't notice. He lost 59 at least.
Imagine Joe without that Locust
right
damage.
He's at fun game. I like Acropolis. It's fun to see the strategies. Is it better now? Before it was when you'd see Acropolis, it would just be 6 Ra. That's not fun. But when you are forced to pick different gods, it makes a map like this a lot better.
Didn't see any rock play.
No, I never quite got to that. Oh, here's my smoothie. Well, with this push ending, I don't think they quite had anything behind it. All right, game number 2. We didn't do our predictions. I thought going into this that.
Well, I knew the result, so me predicting wouldn't have been.
See, I still think UCA is gonna win. 3-2 is what I was thinking going into this. Now this is gonna be, I believe, UCA's home map, which this is a strange home map to pick. I don't know if this is really the home map you want to pick.
It's just the neutral map. Everybody's played it 1,000 times.
This isn't a home map. It's just a map.
Not really.
So we're looking at DoD up here. We got Scotty, Shelty.
It's also the Egyptian map, which,
Hades,
considering DoD was rolling.
Loki,
okay, Shelty's in
Isis.
instead of Fox, but
So yeah, you've got your Isis. That's good. You've got your Loki docking on the side of the Hades. That's good, because the Hades should be able to protect. I don't know why he's not building his dock. There we go. And on the bottom half, we've got pretty similar. We've got the Hades, the Loki, and then the difference is just a Zeus instead of the Isis. I would rather have the Isis here instead of the second Greek. I think you do get a lot more value out of an Isis here. So we've got double dock on this side. So this is a little bit different. We've got UCA double docking the bottom, and we've got DoD double docking the top. Both Loki spawn in the middle, so this is about as similar of a spawn as you're going to get between the two players. Not a whole lot of difference here. You know, I almost wonder if it's worth it to get hunting dogs if you're in the middle. Still dock, but just a little slower.
I think you lose.
Probably not.
I think the extra fishing ship bills outweigh the hunting dog bills.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that the gold, or no, the gold doesn't matter that much because you've got dwarves anyway, but
yeah,
I don't think it's worth it. I wonder, remember we saw the Loki, we saw this matchup in one of the earlier series.
It was
where
just Loki.
I think, was it, no, it wasn't, it was
F2.
F2 who fed Squash's Loki resources, and Squash rolled the opposing Loki as a result, and that decided that match. So I wonder if we're going to see something similar here, where we see Loki feeding, and that ends up determining the outcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the question in this matchup is always how the early Lokis match up against each other, and if one gets the initial advantage, it generally steamrolls into a gigantic advantage. But Shelty and Matrius here are both good enough. I doubt we would see a steamroll here of one over the other. We do have Shelty, though, building a little bit more aggressively, and Matrius isn't building his temple yet. So Matrius might end up being behind Shelty here.
Did Matrius double dock or single dock?
Double docked and single dock.
That's not standard.
Yeah, normally you would single dock and never build another dock beyond, maybe if you wanted to get slightly better gathering later on. Now, Matrius didn't really build very far forward, so I don't know if you'll really get punished for advancing later. Got your typical Isis, just fish spam going on here. Joe can afford a pretty slow advance. Now, here's a question for you, I think. As the Isis here, what do you do? Do you just go all out water, or do you try to do like a semi-fast heroic?
I like to play it greedy because I think especially the food allowing you to get that heroic sooner in the power spike. So I think you like triple dock your forward most fishing area to use that as a point to hold against any pressure, and then you go Percy right as you hit classic before you get any arrow ships out in order to play greedy and get that extra food income, and then with the triple dock, you should be able to at least hold your side of the water and keep it even.
I had to get rid of somebody.
Yeah, I see it was YouTube. I can't help you out there.
Yeah, he's lucky. Or unlucky. I had the tab still up, or I wouldn't have been able to figure out. Yeah, he's in the penalty box. If I could figure out how to permanently ban him, he would just be in that. But whatever.
ISIS here isn't gonna win water, like especially going against a Greek with Resto.
Right.
Like you're not trying to win water heroes to ISIS. You're just trying to hold and at least keep your fishing ships protected.
So what do you do like with your Ancestors Eclipse?
I think depending on how the Loki mirror is going, you can dump it on the opposing Loki's eco and put your Loki massively ahead.
Right. That's kind of what I was
thinking. Or you use it on your Greek if you can catch your Greek taking his third late and knock him off his third and take his third instead and get the 4 TC to 2 advantage. That's the other use of AE here.
Where's our Pharaoh anyway? Strong bed. Our Pharaoh is strong bed. Yeah, here comes the Lokis. Getting a little Loki action here. Exactly what you wanted. All right, kill the scout. Yep. Uh-oh, if he gets housed here. All right, he got that house off. Nice little fight here for Shelty, getting the initial pressure, almost killing this hearse here.
Early throwing axeman from Shelty.
We saw that from Squashy, and that turned out pretty well. Throwing axeman, as long as he can hide behind a meat shield, does pretty good damage. This is good to scary if I'm Matrius.
The other thing, you've got 1 barracks out for Matrius. How many for Shelty?
Oh, he's got 2 temples though. We have a bolt.
The barracks is key if you can do like double throwing axeman. Remember, it was
the same.
Okay, so it's similar setup. Because Squash went like 3 or 4 barracks, and that's what won him his fight.
Oh, UCA double used their resto. Oh, they stacked their resto on top of each other. Oh no. Oh man. That could cost him here.
Building a house mid-fight too.
Yeah, he's housed, I'm pretty sure. Alright, a little bit of a choke here. Yeah, Shelty's got Matrius on the ropes. We had that double resto use. Because this is where the game will likely get decided. How this goes here. The water is just going to stalemate for a long time. That's what it's doing right now. But right now, we've got a little bit of advantage. Now, if Shelty can just pop these houses down quick, it would be really good for him.
The throwing axemen allow him to take like little fights better because it's not just the melee units hitting. He's got additional units doing damage.
Oh, I like this forward barracks he's done. All right, so he has won the fight for now. Watch out for units though. Don't get trapped. There you go. Now just start hitting the houses, because as long as you keep hitting the houses, this is gonna keep prevent
go to
Matrius.
Shelty's player view. What's Shelty's pop? Did he build all his houses yet?
Yep. 115,
Yep.
115. Right. Matrius 93 and 95 with a lot of resources in the bank, but he can't use them. But we got a little bit of a surround going on here.
Yo.
I don't know if this is going to turn out good for Matrius. He tried to kind of pop out the backside, and now he's getting whacked. And yeah, this is...
Did Shelty ever build a second dock?
Nope, just one dock. See, Matrius is more fish. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 fish to 3, 6, 9.
I'm assuming they both have first scene real quick.
Ah! Shelty doesn't. And Matrius does.
So what we're seeing is the less greedy Loki taking it to the greedy Loki.
Kinda. I mean,
mean, it's an even
You should
fight.
have Pristine, though.
What about resources tributed? Have we seen any of that?
I doubt it, but let's see. Okay, 953. So probably
Yeah,
then.
so Scatty's been feeding Shelty.
So that's kind of the difference, I guess. That makes up the difference in a lot of that food. We do have Apollo coming up for Domitas. Look at this. This is almost really too much of an army, of naval army on Anatolia. Like you almost can't even use this many boats. But if you're Joe here, I don't know if you really want to fight this. Does he have the boat numbers? It's about 30 to...
Personally, I'd be taking a second TC or securing map control rather than... Okay, that was really a bad fight then, because...
Yeah.
You want to keep those 30 boats alive. The second you jump heroic, yeah, Joe knows what he's doing. He's getting
He just shouldn't have fought that.
Exactly.
Still, again, now he's fighting again when he's getting the technology to upgrade them. This
You're
is
about
a
to get
slow...
massive range advantage and HP advantage.
All these heroes are here though and ready for this. This isn't going to get as much value out of the
And the Sentinels
Eclipse.
too.
Yeah, this isn't a good choice.
What's going on Matrius's base? I think the AE with the use AE on Matrius's DC and have Shelty go all in.
Well, I don't know if you want Shelty to leave this spot.
Well, no, to have Shelty TC dive Matrius. Use AE to send Matrius's economy and units all over the place, and then... Or if you did Shelty flaming weapons plus an AE.
Oh, there we go. Alright, I did what I should have done the first time. Sorry, I was distracted again. Alright, we have got Matrius okay, they both aged up to about the same time. Like, almost what you could do there is do Flaming Weapons Ancestors Eclipse and prevent Matrius from using his Flaming Weapons and then just destroy his base during that time. Maybe that's what you were saying while I was distracted.
That's what I was kind of hinting at.
Okay, they both did get the upgrade for the arrow ships, but we've got this Leviathan, which pretty useful in this fight because it tanks so much.
Like 6 or 7 ships worth of damage.
Yeah, but Joe's still got to fall back. You should just start.
Advantage.
Yeah, just start switching over to town centers here. Are we gonna see flaming weapons? Yep, there we go. Yeah, heavy throwing axemen. They're gonna clean up these hearse here with the flaming weapons, because their flaming weapons on the throwing axemen is actually really big. We're missing the fascinating water battle. I don't think there's a fascinating water battle anywhere on this map.
We don't really care about Scatty and I kill this game.
This is what matters right here. And yeah, this use of the throwing axemen is really...
It's the whole ranged
really
unit
helped.
getting more surface here, where you've got twice as many units attacking when you have a throwing axeman Herser mix.
And wow, Shelty is running right over Matrius. Like,
that TC going down is huge because then that puts Shelty at a pop advantage, so he's always going to get the better fights or the more myth unit spawns after this.
yeah, this game's probably just over now. And Matrius agrees with me. Because unfortunately, like in this situation, given this setup, everything is just 3 1v1s. And the only 1v1 that really matters early is the Loki 1v1.
So what went on at that top action that we didn't care about?
Just ships fighting ships. Not even that.
I
but
love
this
it.
is the same
No
trip.
damage done, or just a complete stalemate in the top. Meanwhile, the middle battles,
Right.
the game's decided in one
Let's
person.
say here.
Dead.
We're just right in the middle of the map. Right here. We're pretty much right in the middle of the map. The only thing that has changed is Shelty is just all over Matrius, and that some of that I think is due to this early tributed resources. You gotta assume all 2,000 resources are going to Shelty, right?
The less, yeah, absolutely. So the less greedy build from Shelty, not going double dock and not going per scene, allowed him to get I mean, that's what 250 wood and 150 gold extra that he had towards that early fighting. And then the food tribute was a huge factor. I'm kind of surprised UCA, like, we saw it with the F2 game deciding it. I'm surprised a team like UCA was not aware, especially since it's UCA picking it as their home map. Like, how are they not aware of the need to tribute in these high-level games? It's clearly the meta because we've seen it decide both matchups on this map so far.
Yeah,
We've seen in this tournament, yet
and it
UCA
makes
was unaware.
who researched Hall of Things first? I'm not sure. In this situation, it doesn't really matter because you're not chasing, you're just fighting. So Hall of Things here really isn't a big deal because there's no mobility fights going on. Shelty mixed in a little bit more throwing axemen. He also
Not
got
a little bit more, a lot more. Shelty was making throwing axemen from the very start, while
Right.
Matrius was not at all.
right, but I mean, like those first few fights, he only had like 3 throwing axemen, but that along with the resource distributed just allowed him to win the first fight, which wins him the second fight, wins him the third fight, the fourth fight, and let's compare kill death ratio, 65 to 33. I mean, basically doubled him up. Despite even with the tributing, was still behind in economy. So wow, DoD has jumped out to a 2-0 lead. This is surprising to me because DoD coming into this tournament weren't super active. But now they're up 2-0. Is this Blue Lagoon? Yep, sure is Blue Lagoon. So now we're on to the preset maps that are not home maps. So we've got Scotty as Aranos, Shelty as Loki, Fox is back as Ra. And on the top side, we've got Ikil as Aranos, Domitas as Hades, and Matrius as Poseidon. So some pretty decently different god choices here. What do you make of this, Ryfang?
Oh, I wasn't paying it. Go over the gods again. Ra.
So we've got Aranos in both teams. And then DoD has a Loki and a Ra versus a Poseidon and a Hades. So I ask you.
What's the left player? Ikil?
Ikil is Aranos. The Aranoses are up against each other. And then Hades, Loki as the pockets. Ra, Poseidon as the sides.
I think Demontis' lack of mobility as the pocket. Hades is just going to kill them against the aggressive Loki Uranus pressure that can target the opposing Uranus. I just hate playing pocket Hades on this because outside of Underworld, there's like nothing you can do. You kind of default Hades army is Hop Tox, and Hop Tox are just so slow out of the pocket position, especially when you're chasing a Loki and Uranus that the Loki can just double whoever he wants at will, and the Hades can't really do anything to stop him.
The Pharaoh, though, is named JJ's wife.
Not having the Raw pocket is also helpful because then the Raw can forward
What is
build
going
and
on
get
here?
position on Matrius potentially.
Yeah, so I don't know if UCA tries a more defensive, like boom, kind of a
They did that
game.
earlier in the tournament, right? Against F2. That's how they won that like deciding game against F2 where they had the two Greeks go 2TC and then they targeted down Squash, and Squash is Loki with the god power. So I wonder if they'll try that strat again, where the Greeks 2TC defensive and then they try to focus down and nuke the Loki out of the game with the god powers.
So then I would think the Ra kind of almost counters, not really counters, but that defensive style boom would really be beneficial for the Ra.
Well, that's the other. UCA was Greek Ra when they targeted down the Loki last game, and they're Greek Uranos here instead, so they don't have as much god power harassment on the Loki as they did the last time they used that strat
Right.
that I was referring to.
They still got 2 earthquakes though, so they could, if the situation is right, double earthquake. But
And DoD ended before that though, as
Right.
Shelty gets heroic and Battle Boar Flaming Weapon dives, I kill. Is that just going to be GG?
Right, that's what you got to look out for. Is that I'm with you. That's the way DoD wins. Is they win by killing the Uranos before Hades and Poseidon really get going. UCA wins by defending somehow, and then flattening either the Loki or the Uranos.
That's where the Loki's so strong. I expect the Sentinels and Damontis' army to camp on Kill and be ready for the Loki Flaming Weapon dive. But at the same time, the Loki Flaming Weapon dive is so strong that he can just go do it to Matrius. If Damontis' army is over at Kills, the Loki can just go straight for Matrius and finish him instead. Although the ceasefire, the fact that there's a Poseidon as ceasefire, I wasn't accounting for that. That might actually be UCA's saving grace in that you can prevent the DoD Loki win condition with the ceasefire god power.
Shelty kind of defensive here.
The Loki mobility is still there though. Like 3 battle boars plus heroes can still do massive damage to Matrius if Damontis is caught out of position.
Boy, this is a nice town center though.
4 rhinos and TC range.
Yeah.
I like that he takes the forward TC too against the Raw.
That's what you want to do.
Because a lot of the Raws don't go early siege, they just kind of go for camel, chariot archer, harass without any pushing power behind it, so.
A little bit of a slow advance from Fox here. It's pretty slow in this day and age. I think, so far, Fox is certainly the least active of all of these players. But so far this tournament, he's played well. But I think if you're going to look at a DoD player, one of the DoD players, and say, he might have an off game, it would be Fox.
He kind of did that first game of the series.
Right.
We had him
he disappeared
down 30
for a while.
Plus pop in the middle of the game as the pocket Raw.
So you're coming first. First here, coming forward here. Nick Demand, 77 Mammoth Stinker. Oh, who got the caravan relic? Domitas got the relic that makes caravans cheaper and faster. All right, first
I don't think we're gonna get to that point in the game, though.
If we do, though, that's just another egg in UCA's
very
basket.
Early shockwave from Scatty, and it didn't really do damage.
No. Now you use that early shockwave to try to kind of get a similar to like that Loki winning that first fight, which wins the second fight, which wins the third fight. But if you don't get value out of it. All right, we do have plow and husbandry for this rain. So pretty standard 2-town center, fast heroic. Though the Poseidon with all of this hunt, he's going to be able to match the Ra here pretty easily, I think. Scotty would be a better Uranos here than I kill. Scotty doesn't play.
Play a lot of Uranos?
Some, not a ton, but some. I kill is basically raw Uranos. His Uranos is okay, but I would.
He's played some Greek against us and played that pretty well, just from a boomy perspective.
I regulate. It has been a long time. A while since I've played some League of Legends.
Idle PC time for my kill and a decent amount of it.
Oh, is he? He's doing the old.
If you don't play Uranos enough, you can make these kind of teeny mistakes.
Well, what it is when you do the old auto queue on the Murmillo. If you don't have enough villagers gathering food, then Citizen doesn't pop out, doesn't start training. So that's what happened there, because he had to transition, I think, from hunt to pigs. Hey, Boyd just rated 76 viewers. Who, if you've been watching Boyd's channel, you probably already know the results of these games. In which case, shh, don't tell me. I don't know yet. But so far, we've got DoD taking the first 2 games, and we are in game 3 of this best of 5. Got the
We haven't been
Hearse.
looking at where Shelty's early pressure has been. I don't.
Nowhere. He's kind of hasn't done too much yet. He's keeping the Poseidon off of Fox.
If Shelty had doubled I kill, he could have knocked him off the 2 Huntvilles easily.
Yeah. Oh, there's a shockwave.
Another kind of low value shock.
Yeah.
No Terma to kind of clean up.
Oh, he might be able to just take the citizen down. Well, if he attacks it. Oh, no. Alright. Well, he's not. Okay, there he goes. He moves. Yeah, I don't know why you would... Okay, he's getting some pressure up here now. No, this is from... Regulate. This is from... Byte's hosting a 3v3 tournament. It's basically like RTS League. It's basically RTS League 2.0. And this is the... Not the grand finals, because the final 4 clans are in a double elimination. But this is the winner's final. So the loser here moves to the bottom bracket with a chance to come back to the finals. So we're not in an elimination match here, but still a fairly important one.
Why Shelty would chip the Poseidon, even though he's got like 100 times the Norse experience that I do. I thought the Poseidon chip was weird, but it does allow Fox to get that 3rd TC,
Yeah.
which normally would have been denied. And
Yeah,
which
he
allowed
wouldn't.
Fox to kind of forward build and put more pressure on the Poseidon going forward. So the chip from Shelty does work out there.
Yeah, the downside though is it's giving Domintas a free 2 town center boom, and he can. This is
for eco upgrades because he loves to do this TC boom.
Oh, not much. Just pickaxe.
Surprised me.
Yeah. Blackadder. I think it's a lot of work to run RTS League, and he's been looking for help to some extent, and there's not been a lot. So I kept asking him about it, and it was kind of, yeah, we'll do it soon, and it just kind of never
It's
quite
also got
happened.
some more time because he's got a team game tournament from Boyd.
Well, this team game tournament happened because RTS League wasn't going to be starting. So you can basically see that Blackadder basically said, yeah, it's a lot of work. If someone else wants to do it, go ahead, and Boyd did it. So we've got a Locust here on 4 villagers. On a farm, we've got Curse used by one of the Greek players, and now the Hersey will run away. Kind of a peculiar Locust there. I don't know. I mean, I guess there were 4.
He also took a lot of damage there right before getting flaming weapons, so now he's going to have to go back and he's still got enough health to probably flaming weapons.
Yeah. Oh, we've got Scotty's actually maybe on the back foot here in this matchup. This is a big fight here because if I kill wins this, which maybe he's not. It's hard. Nah, I think he will. I think there's enough. There's a lot of Murmillo, but
upgrades came in a bit late, but he still held. Scotty's got 4 villagers there too.
Yeah, if you could just pick. Come on, you know they're there. Does I kill? No, they're here though. Oh, he does not. Yeah, if he could just turn up here.
If he sends his 2 vills there.
But oh, their Hearths here are here to save the day now.
I'm still shocked that Shelty hasn't chipped at all onto the Atlantean mirror because it's so easy for the Loki to turn it into Scatty's favor if the Loki just showed up at all.
Yeah. There's Tier coming in.
Okay, I talked about the ceasefire preventing the early flaming weapons dive, but if you flaming weapons tier, you can still get that dive in.
Yeah. You gotta get the timing right. Oh, he's trying to surround the army here. Catch this army out of position and get in on it. But generally the Atlantean units are fast enough to avoid...
He's got a Promethean. Okay, it does separate the Promethean, it seems.
Alright. Getting a little game of tag here. Come on, can you surround him? Oh, Jukes! Oh. The Hippocon coming in. Oh man, these Aranos units are just so slippery. You just can't ever quite get them trapped. And now I don't know if they're...
that fight though.
Yeah, I almost feel like you turn and fight that if you're UCA there.
You want to skim the Loki's numbers before he...
Right.
Flaming weapons or jumps mythic.
Right.
So he's jumping mythic, but they don't know that.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously there's more units from DoD, but okay, here comes Artemis. So Artemis coming up. I think you gotta hit this if you're going Artemis. And the Norse is up. He's up almost 70%. So where's he gonna go? Who does he attack? There's not much room to go here. This is a little bit of a stalemate on this right side for now. Alright, he's gonna come circle around to the back, isn't he? Oh, Domantas lost sight of where they went. He thinks they went this way and doesn't realize they're coming to the back. Oh, the ceasefire ahead of time. Thinking flaming weapons.
If you hit it, it might win the game. If you miss it, it might lose the game. And unfortunately, it's going in the lose direction because now Shelty's gonna get a full duration flaming weapons.
Yeah, it's such a gamble doing that. Cause yeah, if you could ceasefire right ahead of Fimbulwinter and then force out the ceasefired Fimbulwinter, which I've seen.
The flaming weapon shows first. It's like AE. If you have the C's pre-clicked, you can see the flaming weapons come down and click it right as the opponent clicks.
Yeah.
Beat him. But
Did you move your mic away from your face or something?
I don't think it was that far. I moved it a little closer.
You're a lot You're a lot louder now. You were
Alright,
like
sorry.
fading into the distance. But yeah, do we just see flaming weapons used now?
Yeah, I mean the
Does
flaming
he win
weapons
this,
is gonna
though?
melt the hips. It's gonna melt especially if you can stack it with the wolves.
All right, there's the earthquake. Oh, it stands because he got fortified town center just in time. And now we have flaming weapons. Along
The army
with...
does get split a bit here, which is best case scenario.
Yeah,
for
but we got
Montes.
wolves here too, though. And we've got Scotty helping out.
Just threw away about half his things. The other thing, you've got a nice. Oh no, that's Scotty, not I kill. Where is
Yeah.
I kill's army?
Down here on wolves. Two spots.
Yeah, I kill's got to be where the heroes with the flaming weapons are, not.
Yeah. Oh, we've
fighting
got
wolves.
Hippaspis coming in though. But yeah, you gotta maybe run until you get enough Hippaspis here. I think you can kind of wait out this flaming weapons though. Big push on the right side. Does the town center go down? This early... Ooh, wow. This is a nice early mythic push from Fox.
I wonder if he got in position during the siege.
Oh, nice shockwave here. And the flaming weapons is pushed back.
Flaming weapons was a bit of a dud.
Yeah. But it does give Scotty the upper hand, though, because he grabbed the forward town center and he's on top of the gold mine. So the gold villagers are going to have to move back. And Fox is in a great spot down here against the Poseidon. This is that early mythic push.
This all goes back to Shelty's early pressure that allowed Fox to get his third TC. I mean, in a 1v1 matchup, Matrius is able to deny that third TC and buy him more room to defend and use the mobility of his cavalry, but seeing as Shelty pushed Matrius back, Fox was able to get the forward position going earlier without getting punished.
Oh, he might... Now, there's a restoration that was used here. I don't know why you didn't use it before the town center went down. And then just do your fight before that.
That son of Osiris is a bit out of position.
He's trying to hide in the siege tower,
It
but...
doesn't look like the Tox are focusing him, though.
No, there's Tox are shooting
There's
at
no
something
block
else.
either.
No! He's gonna
It's
get
a bit
away.
of a miscue.
Yeah.
That son of Osiris should have been dead there.
But does hold this. And yeah, Son of Osiris gotta run his little butt out of here. This town center staying up though is so big. You just put one
Where's the underworld from Demontis?
nowhere yet. He's waiting for it. It's coming.
Yeah, he's got a underworld. The TC
Here.
is so low. Underworld
Yeah.
and take it down.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
what the Chimera I
Shelty's
think
eco.
is going to give him. Oh.
I do not like that at all. Because he's
No.
just gonna, he has no siege behind this, so he's just gonna, Fox can retreat into his fortified position, especially with the Son of
Yeah.
Osiris to defend. That is just,
That's a weird underworld there.
that's a surrender underworld.
That's...
Because I kills on a death timer.
Okay, well, okay, now maybe if they
Still
can...
even,
They need to get the town center down. What do we got left? 13, 12, 10, slowly ticking down. Oh, 500! Come on, you gotta go! You gotta go, hurry! Go, I guess there's only one villager repairing.
Fox can still fall back to his main TC though. Like, you gain a 1
Yeah.
TC advantage, but Shelty stays alive. If he underworlded Shelty, Shelty would have been down to 0 TCs, and then Demontis could have raided Shelty's eco all over the place, and Shelty had no army to take any fights.
Come on, dude, you gotta hit the town center. Big dummy. Oh, man, this is... Here comes... Oh, the wolves are coming in. Are they even gonna get this town center down? Oh, wow, this is gonna be a huge fail. They don't get the town center down.
You've got no siege, there's a Son of Osiris there, and you underworld your siegeless army into the Son of Osiris.
These wolfies came in clutch here. Because there's so few heroes now. They are just eating up the entire army. Oh, I'll drink to this. Good underworld there, buddy. I like it. What do we got going on up here? Uh-oh. This isn't good. This is not good. Not good at all.
I mean, the Uranus mirror, when you're down a TC, is just
Yeah.
death, because you've got the same units, and the one who has more units is gonna win.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I still just don't get... Matrius was starting to hold, or at least slow the push. Shelty's TC, meanwhile, is on like 10% HP, and Shelty's got no army that can take a fight against Demontis' army, so...
Oh, man. Wow. This was
They even had the underworld.
slaughter.
They could have underworlded onto Shelty, kill Shelty's 10% HP TC, and then you could either go on to Scatty or Fox and use the underworld on the back TC or Scatty or Fox to do further damage. Matrius was gonna hold. He wasn't getting pushed when the underworld came in. He had stabilized.
Well, UCA put on a...
Just even could take all the TCs, because
Yeah.
Scatty's back TC was free. Shelty's TC is still at 10% HP and could have been taken. Demontis could have claimed like 3 or 4 TCs with that underworld.
Well, UCA put on a clinic on how to waste your god powers in this game. And DoD put on a clinic all series long on how to win. Wow, was this 3-0?
Yep.
Whoa! I did not expect
fairly
that.
dominant one, because I don't think UCA was ever in a position of...
They weren't winning any game. None of these games they were ever in a position where you're like, I think they might win now. They were... Wow! DoD has looked good. All tournament, ever since their very first match when they just absolutely pummeled the old boys, to now the most recent match where they absolutely pummeled UCA. And this was just an absolute smashing. Like, oh my goodness, not even close. I don't understand. Just this god power usage here was just so confusing.
And nothing to help I kill. Like, once the flaming weapons came in with the Thimble and Scatty got the TC advantage, it's I kills on a kicking time bomb to when he dies in the mirror, and they did nothing to help him come back or stabilize.
Just why wait? They used restoration until after the town center was down.
Matrius was fine. He had put he had
had
knocked the Son of
buildings.
Osiris back and
Yeah, he was gonna be
killed
fine.
Fox's army. It wasn't like he was dying at that point, yet that underworld just made no sense.
No.
If it had gone to help I kill on Scatty's side, or if it had
Yeah.
gone to put pressure on Shelty, either of those uses would have been fine. But
Yeah, you can
pick like the single worst.
Underworld's
place for
here,
that.
kill this. I mean, and one earthquake would clear all this out too. Like you could buy, I kill so much time, earthquake in this, and then just Underworld's here, and you really slow down Shelty. You slow down Shelty and Scotty at the
What's the
same
eco
time.
situation? Was Matrius ahead of Fox on eco or even?
Oh, let's see. Fox ahead there at the end.
When the earthquake, or
Even at the earthquake.
add Demontis so we can see when the earthquake came in.
A little bit behind.
It's a little bit behind, but I trust Matrius to at least hold
Yeah.
and stabilize, especially because
Yeah.
he's playing Poseidon with the militia to help kill off any siege and prevent any further push.
Man.
This is a scenario just where aggression, like the low-key pressure early from Shelty, just kind of dictated
It didn't seem like
control
he
of the map.
really pressured too much, but it was enough.
He got Scatty the map control when the
Yeah.
Underworld Fimble came, or not.
Oh
the
yeah, that
the
part
Flame
did.
Weapons Fimble. He allowed Scatty to go up 4 TCs, or not 4, 3 TCs to 2. But
Hey. Well, I was kind of hoping to get more
why
games.
team
than
games
3.
are so tricky. Just one attack from Shelty into the Atlantean mirror can be enough to completely change the outcome of that matchup.
Man, 3-0. That was almost unkind. That was unfair. Unfair. If you're UCA, unfair. Hey, big news though. We're gonna change now. So that was that. Now the DoD moves on to the grand finals. They didn't win the tournament. I love Boyd, but I would almost rather just this been a one in time, just single elimination all the way through. But I guess if it were that, then your finals would have been a 3-0. That's been a little bit of a letdown. So maybe we'll be in a better grand final. So it's gonna be F2 versus UCA for a rematch. And then the winner of that will move on and play DoD in the finals. So that. But one thing I've got is that tomorrow, February 3rd, which may be today for some people, it's Cam's birthday. He'll be 8. Can you believe that? Cam will be 8. And I'm going to show you guys something. That is Cam's birthday. He better be asleep or he's going to find out, or not. He better not be in his bed watching my stream. So Cam's been into Pokemon lately. And his Pokemon naturally get all over the floor. So I went and ordered him, kind of helped design and ordered him a Pokemon box here. I ordered it from some custom store online where you can customize it. So we've got little wood box here, some etchings. We've got the front. Look at this. Look at that. That's his favorite Pokemon, the Buffalant, because Cam loves buffalo. This is the Buffalant. And then on the side, etchings of his 10 favorite. I got him a list. See, I'm tricky. I asked him to tell me what his 10 favorite Pokemon were. And he told me. So we've got Flygon, Hydreigon, and Boar. I forget this dude. Some dog thing here. And this is Greninja. And then on the back, you've got Raikou. Ooh, Articuno maybe?
Yep.
And this is Deli Guy or Delibird. And then this one is Cam Erupt. And the only reason Cam likes this one so much is because Cam Erupt. It's like a camel with a volcano on his back. Where are you a Pokemon expert?
I play it, but my naming of them is not
You
Great.
know, what Rufus is over here? The little dog guy.
Um, I know what that is. I can't pronounce it though.
Barkamon.
The images are pretty nice quality for
Oh yeah.
whatever.
So it's like laser cut or etched or something onto it.
So
So
did they have the did you submit the image files for them
I
to
sent
laser
the
onto it, or
image.
did they have them already?
I sent the image files. So I didn't send. This is one he uses already. Is this little Pokemon ball thing here? He uses that, but I sent him all of the Pokemon files. And what I did is I just took the official art off of the internet, and then I made so basically the printer or laser cutter cuts wherever the image is. So what I did then, like for example on this, is I made the rings around his horn transparent. So then when the cutter cuts, it doesn't etch where the rings are. So the same thing for all of the little eyes and stuff
Oh,
uh,
it turned out really
for
good.
the sides there. So I haven't even showed you the inside yet, which it isn't that great, but it is. So the inside, this is so Cam's cards don't end up all over the floor. So what's nice is these little dividers, I put them wherever I want to. I want them over here. Oh, put it in here. There it goes. Put it over there. Look at this. So this when this came shipped, it didn't come. I had to glue it together and everything. So it's pretty awesome, really.
That's
So
a
I
really cool gift.
yeah, I'm hoping you'll actually use it. That'll be the big thing. This solves the problem of him keeping his cards all over his floor, and then it's also hopefully good enough quality that's something he'll be able to keep for a while because this wasn't exactly cheap, but kids are only kids once, so if that is what it takes for him to enjoy his Pokemon cards a little bit more, then why not? Um, so what's funny is our neighbors are awesome. So I actually put this together in my neighbor's basement using a lot of their tools. Um, so they're awesome. They're like a retired couple. So they helped me. One of them, the guy, he helped me glue it all together and everything. So spent a couple hours with them. Um, have I ever played the board game Dune, like Dune Imperium? No, I've heard of it. I am. Well, you probably asked because you saw my board games in the back. I'm a board gamer. The problem is, and now I'm kind of busy with life and stuff. And like at the end of the day, I really don't feel like going anywhere. So I don't get a chance to play board games too much anymore. I play some with Cam. Right now, I have out on the table, which we started, but it's been a while, like a week, is a game called Clank. Clank's pretty awesome. Um, oh yeah. What other things? World's greatest dad. Well, I don't know about that. I try to be a good dad. I'm not perfect. Regulate says I haven't aged a day. You know, my wife now she makes me grow this goatee because she says I look way too young without it. Way too young. Um, but yeah. Speaking of birthdays, so Cam's tomorrow. He turns 8. I turn 35 on February 14th. 35, do I?
Putting the
Yep,
old and old boys.
yep, 35. Um, yeah, I think I would have enjoyed Dune. I enjoy those kind of because Dune isn't that a worker placement game. Um, I think I would enjoy it. It's just like I said, time. And when you have kids, I have a hard time justifying, hey, kids, I'm gonna go play this board game with other people. You guys stay home with mom, kind of a deal. And like, so I stay home a lot. I'm really actually kind of boring. I work and come home, which is all right. Work, come home, and play video games as my hobby, and eat smoothies with a spoon apparently. Um, but yeah, so Cam's birthday tomorrow. He should have fun. If I played Monopoly. Cam has a NFL football Monopoly that we've played, but no, I don't think we've actually played the actual Monopoly. Um, there's so many better board games, Rabble. So many better board games. A lot of them are back here, but this just takes time. Speaking of tournaments, though, we've got this all Norse War tournament hosted by Iron Maiden that's just started, and I'm playing in that. Probably not for long. My first match up is against Chemo. Um, if I have time to practice rather than actually sitting here and watching recorded games, I think I got some plans on some home maps where maybe I could steal a couple games. It's a best of 5 though, so I think I get 2 home maps if I execute them well. I think I can win 2 games, and then I just gotta win 1 out of 3.
Have you scheduled your match with Chemo yet?
Um, well, it's typical chemo scheduling where I said, something like 11:15 GMT Saturday or Sunday would be okay. And then he said, oh, Sunday 15 GMT is all right. Like, that's not what I put. So I don't. We'll see. For a guy who I don't think does a whole lot, he acts like his schedule sometimes is jam packed. So, and then of course, as is typical with any tournament, the only time I can play is around the family, which either means first thing in the morning or the end of the night. Neither of which times are really great times for me to play. So it's kind of like the dad nerf, where yeah, I could wake up at 5 a.m. and play my series, which is probably what will end up happening. But I mean, me at my peak hours isn't super great. So me at 5 a.m. I I, I I don't know how that's gonna go, but we can we can make it happen. Something. But see, chemo though. See, Rappo. I mean, maybe, but chemo's also. Let's take a look. Let's see how many games chemo has played. Oh dang it! I gotta log in. What's my Voobly password here?
Did you mention that the losers finals of the team game tournament are Sunday at 20:30 GMT?
Oh, I didn't even know. So there's game Sunday. Let's see. How many games has chemo played in the last little bit? Where is chemo? I probably can't even find him because he's probably losing with. Dang it, what's his nick right now? Is it chemo with 1 underscore? Chemo with 2? Matches? Is it something else? What is it? I can't find it. I'm checking the ladder. I don't see it. There it is. Let's see. 1v1 supremacy. Let's see. What has he been playing lately? Okay. He actually maybe hasn't been as active as I thought. Unless he's been playing on something else. On a different nick. Because he's got a nick that's at the top, but it hasn't played much lately. So, I don't know.
Chemo likes to play greedy. That's how he's kind of made his Egyptian work. Is he played a super greedy style and dared people, even as Greek like Hades, he'd go super greedy and dare the opponent to punish him, and opponents wouldn't, which works good if you're playing Egyptian or Greek that can play defensive. But in Norris Wars, where it's kind of a slugfest, that's greedy style is not as strong.
Yeah. The nice thing is though, since this series was so short, I don't know, right or Rifang, if you've got a time, I could maybe practice a couple games. Which case I'm gonna have to turn the stream off because I'm gonna practice some of my little strategies. Which maybe if chemo is as bad as you guys are saying, maybe I won't need them and I can save them for the next round. But I tell you what, I like any tournament when you look at the rules and you see how many maps can you pick. Well, there's about 30 different ones, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. Yeah, look at all these maps. I'm like, there could be some maps that Chemo's probably never even heard of, that I can sneak some wins off of, or maybe even sneak wins off of somebody else. But yeah, when I play, there's always got to be shenanigans, because that's half the fun for me now anyway. Like, I gotta pick a goofy map and have fun. But anyway, is there somebody? I thought Iron Man was gonna stream something tonight. Maybe not. I know he's been streaming some of his tournament games. If you haven't, I don't know what the link is to Iron Maiden's Discord. It exists somewhere, I suppose. But
I don't think I'm in it.
oh, you're not even in it? I told you to sign up and you couldn't even join his Discord?
Do you know the last time I played the Norris 1v1 mirror?
Have you seen me? I wanted to be a competition to see who had like the least amount of game time before they got kicked out of the tournament, which could be me. But yeah, let's see. So I think Wiz should win his first match. He plays some dude I never heard of, so he can't be that good. I play Chemo, which I think I could. I mean, I have chances there. Boyd plays Brickhead. I think Boyd should win that.
Rick is super rusty.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't think
see.
he's been around much in recent time.
The question though is Boyd to my will Boyd stoop to my level and pick stupid maps to get wins? Boyd maybe has a little bit more. Let's see. How should I say this? Maybe he has a little bit more self-respect. It feels like he could beat players head up, as opposed to me, where I don't got no self-respect, and I'll pick a stupid map if it gets me a win. Um, so Because yeah, I feel like if Boyd picks some two stupid maps, you could probably win those, and then all you gotta, and then you if win one out of three, I think would be a reasonable for him, unless he maybe wants to beat Brickhead straight up and then do that against maybe Shadowfax in the second round. Here, let's take a look at the bracket here. Show you guys the bracket. So yeah, Wiz plays this guy named Cold. Never heard of him. And then they would move on to play Shadowfax, which the thing is about Norse Wars though is like if you could just get an early edge, you could beat a better opponent. So, and I feel like Wiz is maybe like me, where I think he maybe would stoop to pick stupid maps to get wins. So I could see Wiz actually taking some games off of Shadowfax. Um, Probably not win, but I could see him get a win on a home map. Um, but yeah, I could see Boyd beating Brickhead, and even Boyd if he pick stupid maps. I think he could be competitive against Shadowfax. But yeah, this top half of the bracket is pretty good. There's more Norse mains in the top half than there are on the bottom. The bottom, you got Soup, Gabu, Harrow, and then there's a few. Oh, that's like it. There's like only 4 Norse mains on the bottom. Like for me, talking theoretically here, this is all really hypothetical. Like if I beat Chemo, I mean, who's my next opponent here? I mean, Tiger Boss, Gisao, or Mahdi. I think maybe Mahdi is the only one that plays Norse out of these 3. But Mahdi also isn't super far high rated. But like realistically, I could see Mahdi beating Gisao and Tiger Boss. I don't know if Tiger Boss has even clicked on anything non-Aranos in his life. Um, in which case, say I beat Chemo.
And you'll Hero OP and Mr. Boat both play Norris then.
Right.
And you
So,
meet them in the 3rd round.
which that I mean that would be top 8. I mean, top 8 Norse. Yeah. But I'm still me, and I can have a great plan and then execute it so poorly that it's not gonna work. Well, Tiger Boss. Oh, it's Iron Maiden. I don't care if he's got a solid raw. Anybody can have a solid raw. You just go to town center, top fast heroic. It's not like it takes brain cells. It's not like you watch a player play raw well at a team game and you're like, dang it, that guy's good. That's pretty basic. Is it too late to jump in it? Well, you'd have to ask the person right below you in the chat. Hi, I'm Harley. Oh yeah, it should be fun. I just hope I can actually get a decent time against Chemo and I not have to wake up at like
He's
4.
European, so he should be able to play you when you wake up early in the not super early,
Yeah,
but when
but
you wake up normally in the morning on Saturday or Sunday.
like I said, the dude always thinks he's busy, even though he does nothing but play
He
video
wants to
games
play
all
at the
day.
perfect ideal time for him.
Right. Like he's got anything going on at 11:15 GMT, which is like noon his time.
All right, I gotta run because I gotta do something, so I can't help you prep tonight.
Oh,
Sorry, but I'll be on tomorrow or Saturday if you need help prepping then.
yeah, maybe tomorrow night. So maybe I'll just play a game here. Is there a game to play? Maybe I'll just go to bed. I might just go to bed. All right, well, thanks for watching the games with me.
Yeah, no, like we're not the most interesting of games, but hopefully we'll get some better in
No.
the losers bracket final and the actual final.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right, yep, see you, man. Oh, you're gonna do some Rex? All right, yeah, maybe I'll just send it to you. Yeah, I probably should go to bed because tomorrow's Cam's birthday, so I got things I gotta wake up. He requested French toast for breakfast, so I'll make him some French toast. And then he doesn't know this, but I'm gonna sneak into his school for lunch and bring him some Culvers, probably a hamburger for lunch. And then at night is actually some joint. My mom turned 70 last week. So our family is kind of throwing her a surprise birthday party tomorrow. That's Cam's kind of part of that, which Cam's a little bit annoyed, which I guess I can kind of see because I mean it's his special day and it's not even my mom's birthday tomorrow, but that's when we're doing it as a family. So he's a little bit annoyed that he's going to have to share his birthday with grandma um, and can't have his own little party. So oh well, that's a life lesson. Yeah, the world doth not revolve around you, Camden. Um, Happy birthday. Yeah, thanks. It, Mine soon too. February 14th. The true gift of love. That's me. Valentine's Day. Culvers. They got Culvers out there in Utah? I don't think they do. I think it's just like a Midwest thing. Let me know when you turn your stream on. I'll send everybody over there and then I'll go to bed. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Um, it is in Utah? I don't believe this. Is Culver's in Utah? Wow, we got some in Midvale, West Valley City, South Jordan. What? I didn't know it was in Utah. Huh. Well, more locations. Let's see more locations. Wow. Yeah, there are some. There'll be some down where I'm going to be staying on my vacation. I'm staying all the way down in La Verkin, Utah. It's close to Hurricane, which I saw Hurricane, and that makes no sense to me. Why in the world is a town in Utah called Hurricane? Like, I could see Hurricane like Florida or Hurricane North Carolina, but Hurricane Utah is about as stupid as Hurricane Illinois. They pronounce it all special. Oh, great. Hurricane? Let's take a look. Where'd my little walkie guy go? I've been having a hard time finding the little walkie guy for Google Street View these days. Where did he go? I don't see it. Like a town in Arizona named Winter Springs. Well, I could see it maybe it's because that's where all the old people go for winter. Because there's quite a few people where I live that go down to either Arizona or Florida for the winter. Um, anyway, as I said a while ago, let me send you guys over to Iron Maiden. It's good to see you, Regular. It's been a while since I've seen you. Hope you are doing very well in your life, whatever you got. I don't see your stream up yet, Iron Maiden. Oh well. AOL Iron Maiden. But all right, I'm gonna go to bed. Appreciate all you. The next time you see me stream might be when I play my tournament game because I'm gonna be kind of busy this weekend. So we'll see. But all right, peace out, everybody. Take care now.